Hi, my name's Trisha and I'm founder of Look Fabulous Forever, which is makeup made specifically to enhance older faces. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 face products, 3 eye products and 3 lip products that I think make a real difference and should really be included in everybody's makeup bag. So let's start with the face. Now I've done a basic facial makeup with some foundation. It's our cover to cover foundation, which has helped to unify my skin tone and just covered any little discolorations and blemishes that I've got on my face. But my first face product that I'm going to use is the cover to cover conceal that we have. Now I feel that concealer is an absolutely brilliant product when you're older. Why? Because once you've applied your foundation, there are various areas that are going to need a bit of extra help. Now on me, if you look at my face, you can see that I've got these quite dark bluey areas either side of my nose, which is a sign of aging. It's to do with the fact that my eyes are further back in my head than they used to be, and it's left this blueness here. Also, I've got a certain amount of discoloration underneath my eyes, and then I've got quite defined lines here around my mouth. Plus, I've got a couple of, what should we call them, wisdom spots, or should we call them 8 spots? But anyway, they need to be covered up as well. So I'm going to use my little number 4 brush, and I'm using O2 concealer. That's the colour to match which matches my foundation. And using this brush, I'm just going to start to push the foundation into those corners, either side of my eyes, in order to reduce that slightly sunken effect that I've got and that blueness. So it just completely neutralizes it and takes it down to nothing. As I said, I'm also going to just do a little bit here. These are called nasolabial folds, which is a fancy way of saying those lines that run from your nose down to your mouth. And I'm also going to put a little bit onto my 8 spots. I've got a slight discoloration on my chin for some reason as well, so I'm just going to add a little bit more in there. So having done that, I'm now going to use the warmth of my fingers just to pat and press the concealer into the skin like that. So having applied the concealer, I hope you can see that that's really made a difference and has continued that process of unifying my skin tone and just generally taking away any blotchy patches, blemishes or skin discoloration that I really don't want to show. So my second wonderful face product, an absolute must for me in my makeup bag, is Instant Bright Highlighter. Now this is something that you apply to the top of your cheekbones, and I also like to put a little bit onto my brow bones up here, because in a minute or two I'm going to put some brow shape on, and this will actually help my brow shape to look even better. And if I really wanted to be tricky, I could just put a little stripe down my nose, which would make my nose look a little bit slimmer. And I could also just put it here into the Cupid's bow of my mouth. And that again will make my lipstick look better. But the effect of highlighter on your face is just to add a touch of pretty luminescence. I'm not going to say shine because most of us don't want shiny faces, but we want our makeup to look soft and not too matte. And this is a way of helping it to look less matte, but without it looking ridiculously shiny. So it's a nice in-between stage, if you like. Now my third face product is blusher. I feel that blusher is an absolutely essential thing to add to your face when you're older. Now, if you tend to have a high colour, or you actually get very hot and your face goes red, then you might shy away from using any blusher. But I still think that if you can, then adding in a little bit of beautiful soft colour to your cheeks is the perfect way to bring an older face to life. Why? Because older faces tend to be pale and they tend to lack cheek colour in comparison with a younger face, so they've got much less cheek colour. So this is a way of adding that in. I like to take it right up. Remember, we've put the highlighter here, so I'm putting it around the outside of the highlighter and up onto my temples, or my hairline, if you like, level with my eye. So this is the area that I've put it, and I'm just going to finish that off with a brush to blend it. So 3 simple additions to my face that I think really make a difference: concealer, highlighter, and blusher. Now I'm going to come to my eyes. So what are my essential items for my eyes? Well, I'm going to start with the framing of my eyes with my brows. So very simple, just a little bit of taming or grooming of my brows to start with, like that. And I'm going to use our absolutely brilliant brow shape. Just use these light feathery strokes onto my brows with what is effectively liquid paint. So you're just being a bit of a portrait painter here and giving yourself the brows that you would have in nature if only you could, you know, if only you hadn't overplucked them. And what I'm doing, if you compare now that brow with that brow, I'm adding a bit of shape, length and definition. I think they look fairly balanced. So now I'm going to take my brush again and just make sure that it's the perfect colour, definition and shape finally. Using the brush. So I've done the framing of my eyes. Now I have already done a little bit of preparation on my eyes. I've done the eye primer and I've also added in Bluebell, which I thought was a pretty colour to use this morning as I'm wearing this blue top and blue earrings. And now I'm going to put the second, what I think of as essential item for my eye makeup, and that is to use a wedge brush and to put in an eyeliner, but using a darker eyeshadow. I'm actually going to use the navy blue. So why do I do this? Well, if you look at my eyes, I think they look actually not too bad. But by putting a darker line, a lash line, along this edge here on top of my lashes, and I'm going to put it also down a little bit underneath, I am making a big difference to how thick my lashes look and actually how pretty my eyes look. That's why I'm doing it. I'm going to protect the top of my cheeks with this little pad of cotton wool, and I'm going to use my, as I say, I'm going to use my wedge brush, and this is a fairly simple manoeuvre. Can you see how I'm resting my hand that's holding the brush against the hand that's holding the pad? This will help you to get control over the brush. This is quite a tricky procedure, but I'm almost doing it by feel. So if your eyesight's not great, actually I can feel that brush running along the edge of my eyelashes. And that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just holding that brush like that at an angle with the pointy end going towards my inner eye. And I'm just pulling it by going backwards and forwards along my lash line. Like that. So quite simple. And again, if you look at this eye, compare it to this eye, it's not a massive line, it's not a thick line, but it's just enough to add that little bit of as I said, colour definition and also shape to my eyes. So I'm going to take it out a little bit at the edge and then bring it back on the lower edge. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other eye to match. So now I've done both eyes to match using, as I said, that wedge brush and a little bit of really dark eyeshadow to enhance my eyes. And I'm very happy with them now, but I haven't finished because the final thing always for me is to add in some mascara. So my third essential eye makeup item is always mascara. In fact, if I had nothing else to apply to my eyes, I would at least be happy if I had mascara. There, so mascara done. So my 3 eye makeup products that I've used to really enhance my eyes are my brow shape, that darker shadow using a wet wedge brush along my lash line, and finally my mascara. And now I'm going to come to my 3 essential lip products. Well, the best of all, I think, is lip primer. Why? Because it stops all that feathering and bleeding of the colour out beyond my lip line. So very simple to apply. Remember, it's not a lip balm. You don't put it on your lips. You put it on the edge where your lips meet the rest of your skin, where your lip skin meets the rest of your skin, if you see what I mean. I always use my finger and just rub it in like that. And then I take a Q-tip and I just wipe any residue off my lips. So you're actually getting rid of the lip primer that might have gone down onto your lips, because you don't want it on your lips, you want it on the edge, because that's where it's going to do its job. So first product for my lips is the Never Feather Lip Prime. And now I'm going to go for a really nice, bright, summery, zingy lipstick, which is one of our new long-lasting lipsticks, and it's in fuchsia. I love this lipstick. It's just so beautiful. There we are. Now, I haven't quite finished, because my third product that I'm going to use on my lips after my lip primer and my lipstick is a lovely touch of gloss, lip gloss. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of this on the middle of my lips. Here we are. So why did I do that? Why on the middle of my lips? Well, if you put them on the centre of your lips, it makes your lips look a bit thicker, a bit fuller, more full, which is a very pretty look. So that's me done. What did I use? Well, on my face, I showed you how concealer, followed by highlighter, followed by blusher, really makes a difference. And on my eyes, my brow shape, that line along my lashes, and my mascara help my eyes to look bigger and brighter and better. And on my lips, the lip primer, which stops the feathering and bleeding, the lipstick, followed by a little bit of clear lip shine or lip gloss on top, makes all the difference. I do hope you enjoyed watching that. Bye-bye.